So now that we've done each different shape, and remember this is just the square family, that's what I like to call a square family. So this is just one part in a series. I'm gonna also be doing a couple other videos with other basic shapes just to give you lots of different ideas for how to do pumpkins. So now that we've done this part in the series, we are going to then use these ones that we've just made and combine them to create a piece of art. So let's get going. All right, I'm gonna show you guys one more thing with this little series of pumpkins, and that is how you can use them to create a cute little picture, piece of art, or little corner spread for your art journals. So that's what I'm gonna do now. Still going in with my pencil, starting with that, and doing some light sketches of the basic shapes. We are gonna do some overlapping here, and I don't think I'm gonna end up with all four, mostly because in art we like to work with odd numbers. I'm not really sure what the exact reasoning behind odd numbers is, but I just know that we usually work with odd numbers. So I'm gonna make sure that my favorite ones are towards the front, and I'm gonna get my tall one to be covered up. And actually, maybe I will end up with all of them, but do it a little differently. Maybe, I don't know. I'm still kind of mapping it out as I go. Some people come up with a plan ahead of time. Some people fly by the seat of their pants like I do. So there's 3, but I still feel like there's a ton of space here. So let's go with let's go with a horizontal rectangle here, and then I'm actually gonna go with another vertical rectangle even further back. Okay, so we've used all 4. We have levels. I might even have those ones overlap a little bit more and bring my square down, maybe bring this one down. All right, we're gonna start with this. So with this being something that I'm doing with pen, I'm actually gonna start with whatever's in the forefront and work my way backwards so that I know kind of where things are starting and stopping. So I'm gonna start with my trapezoid here. And I did bring the top down just a little bit. So I'm gonna start with this guy. Again, angling out to the sides. And I think I'm gonna do just a little bit less on this guy than I did on this one, and make my ellipses just a little bit fatter. So I think that that can be really cute. Yeah, I am a lot happier with this guy. So we're gonna do that. I'm gonna give him his stem, and I like to do a stem starting with a small little oval and then kind of giving him some angled sides. So here's my trapezoid one. Really happy with that one. It's super cute. All right, gonna go to my square one. And again, you can kind of see that I'm going with some fatter ellipses here, which is okay. That will also change the shape and the style and the overall look of your pumpkins, is whether you're using really skinny, close together ellipses or these fatter ones. So we're gonna do this guy. I'm gonna give him just kind of a short little stem here. All right, so we got these 2. I'm happy with those, really happy with those. Let's go ahead and do, I think I want this one to be in front, so we'll go with this guy. All right, so you can see it's gonna be a little bit harder with him being behind this other one, but that just means you have less room to cover. So do this. I'm gonna kind of give you a suggestion of the background there. So you don't really know where it ends, but you just know it ends somewhere towards the bottom. All right. And I think I do want it to go a little bit further out. And I will create a little bit more of that base on this side. All right, so this is going to be a little bit of an area that I'm going to shade. So create a couple of lines here to show that it's behind. Further emphasize that line. And again, that will just pull this front pumpkin out a little bit more, and it'll push this one back. Adding layering and depth just gives another level to any kind of drawing or painting or sketch. So a little bit of shading still, just minimal here, and I'm gonna go a little bit darker down here to show that it's the bottom. Okay, that one's in the back, the other one's in front. Those lines, and let's go with kind of a longer stem on this one. Give him a little bit more character this way. There you go. Okay, happy with that one too. That's super cute. So next we're gonna go with this guy. We have a vertical pumpkin here in front of another vertical pumpkin. I'm giving this a couple of seconds to dry because with the Micron pen it is permanent, but it does smear a little bit if you don't give it some time to dry. So going in with this guy, he is going to be behind my square pumpkin. I think I'm going to have one be taller, fatter, wider, and one be a little bit different. So I'm going to vary the amount of ellipses on these two to give them some variety. Let's give this guy kind of a even funkier little stem that I think I'm even going to color in. There you go. I like that a lot. Actually, now that makes me want to color in some of these stems. We'll go to that later. All right, so he's mapped out. Going to work on some shading lines on him so that he falls to the background and the other pumpkin, my square pumpkin, comes forward. Again, these are just short little lines. I do go a little bit longer towards the sides of the pumpkin, or like the ellipse edges, and I go a little bit darker, heavier on the bottom, and then just a little bit on these sides. All right, cute. All right, so I have one more pumpkin because, like I said, we like to work with odd numbers. So he's gonna go back here, and he's going to be covered up mostly by these other pumpkins. So he's not gonna really have a whole lot going on back here, which is fine because he's really just a space holder. So if I want him to be different than this one, then I need to add one more ellipse on this side. And one more. So you can see he's a little bit different than that one, which is good. And let's give him just kind of a short, boring one since the one next to him is so intricate. Okay, and let's make this a little bit darker so that when I add these shading lines, it doesn't get caught up with that other pumpkin. All right, this is where he is being covered up by two different pumpkins. So he's really just going to be kind of dark back here, which is fine. Like we said, he's in the back. He's okay. He's not the main event. It's fine. All right, there's that guy. Shaded. Awesome. I'm going to give this guy some lines to kind of help break up these stems. I don't want them all to end up looking way too similar, but I don't necessarily want to color block this one in because I have that shading and I want it to still be shading and not. I'm gonna make the edges just a little bit darker. Actually, maybe I'll just color in this tip. There we go. Okay. Nice. All right, last thing I'm gonna do a little bit of a cast shadow down here, and I'm gonna go with horizontal lines for the cast shadow because all of my other shading is vertical. So I'm just switching it up again. And this is just showing, you know, that they're all sitting on something. So I'm gonna do it nice and light, and then I'm gonna go back and go in between these little areas where it would be the darkest, making it really, really dark down there. Not so much on those ones, they already have plenty of shading. Okay, and this guy, really dark. But not that guy, because again, he already has shading. Now, if you wanted to be even more elaborate, or if you had more time, you can go in with each one of these. You could add shading towards the base of even the ones in the front to again show that they have a little more dimension. They're round, they're not flat, since everything else has a little bit. You can even curve them to show that they are, especially this one has those curved edges, so I'm going to show that he has that round base. And these are just short, choppy lines. There you go. You could color these. You could add watercolors, colored pencils, really anything you wanted. Anything that is going to give you that sense of accomplishment or joy, or maybe this is getting you in the spirit for fall. I'm not sure what, but anything you wanted to add to these, you absolutely could. And I'm just going through and making sure all of my stems come out a little bit more, because they are part of each pumpkin. Pulling this guy out just a little bit more from behind him. All right, I'm really happy with that. That is so cute. And then very last step, you can go in, again, make sure you've allowed it to dry if you're using those Micron pens, but you can go in, erase all of those sketchy pencil lines so that they don't take away from your pumpkins. And there you go. I have my cute little square pumpkins, and they're the same exact ones I show you how to do over here. Now you can see how you can use these basic shapes to create a really adorable little happy Halloween. It's fall, y'all. Fallen in love, whatever you want to do. Actually, let's do that. Let's do fallen in love. Done. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you loved this video. Please let me know in the comments. Like, subscribe if you want to see more. I do plan on this being a series. So let me know what you think. Let me know what kinds you would like to see, or if you have other ideas you would like me to show you how to draw or break down into simple shapes. Yeah, let me know. I'm all ears. Thanks again. Love you. Bye.